All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're not just telling a story, we are dropping ourselves right into the middle of it. We're going to experience, moment by moment, the arrival of a truly terrifying villain, the Destroyer. Okay, picture this. You're in a busy, sun-drenched bazaar. It's loud, it's colorful, it's full of life. And then, in a heartbeat, it all shatters. A wave of pure panic just erupts. People are screaming, running in every direction, just pure, unadulterated chaos. And right in the middle of that pandemonium, an invasion begins. But listen, this isn't an army with swords and shields. No, this is something else entirely, something that crawls right out of a nightmare. Suddenly, they just appear, out of nothing. Hundreds of these shadowy creatures, pucans, materializing from thin air. And they don't attack, not right away. They just flow, like living smoke, forming this perfect, inescapable ring around the crowd. Every escape route is gone. They're trapped. The noise dies down, replaced by this thick, terrified silence. The air just crackles with fear. And in every single person's mind, there is only one horrifying question. And then we see him. The pucans part like a theater curtain, and the source of all this terror is finally revealed. But it's not all at once. Oh no. This is a slow, deliberate, agonizing reveal. First, all you can make out is his silhouette. And wow, this guy is massive, towering over 6.5 feet tall. He's a shadow, draped head to toe in black. A hood and a jeweled metal mask hides his face completely. He reaches up, pulls back the hood, and this cascade of waist-length black hair just spills out. Now we get a closer look at the details. And this is where it gets really chilling. Tattoos of charcoal gray thorns snake across his skin, his brow, his neck, his hands. But these aren't just ink. They look alive. They seem to writhe, like vipers coiled and ready to strike. And then, the final piece. He slowly opens his eyes, and it feels like the whole world just freezes. There, empty. Just two pits of darkness. No pupils. Only these pale, lifeless, gray irises. And our heroine, Ear, watching from the crowd, she knows. She knows instantly what he is. He's accursed. As Eir is reeling from this, her mind is just racing, It's like every dark fairy tale she ever heard is coming to life right in front of her. We're seeing the terrifying truth of this world through her eyes. So what is a cursed? Well, to put it simply, they're a parasite. A monster who steals magic not by learning it, but by drinking the blood of those born with it, the blessed. And for that terrible power, they give up the one thing they can't get back, their soul. And just think about how unbelievably twisted this is. The blessed, they have one power, and using it costs them something personally, every single time. But accursed, they can hoard up to 5 stolen powers, and the cost is paid by the victims they feed on. His entire strength is literally built on their suffering. So now we understand what this monster is. And next, he's going to show this terrified crowd exactly who he is and what he can do. His shadow guards drag this poor, half-naked man out and throw him on the ground. The Destroyer, this is Abaddon, doesn't even look at the crowd. He speaks, and his voice, supercharged by stolen magic, just booms across the bazaar. Each word is like a hammer blow. It's not a request, it's a cold, hard command. You see the tattoos on his hand literally come to life. A solid vine of thorns erupts from his skin, shoots out and coils around the captive's neck. There's a sharp, sick snap. But then, something even more unsettling happens. He doesn't let the body just drop. He catches it, lays it gently on the ground before the earth itself splits open and swallows the corpse whole. It's just brutal efficiency. But his show isn't over, not even close. His guards grab 2 more people, a couple of teenage girls. He throws one at his feet, and then, in front of everyone, he wraps his arms around her, buries his face in her neck, and just starts to feed. You can see the girl growing paler, her life and her magic being stolen right there in public. In the face of this absolute horror, you see the crowd's reaction. A villain's true power is measured by the fear he creates. But right here, in this crowd, a hero is about to be forged in the fire of her own rage. You can just scan the faces. The nobles are actually smirking, enjoying this raw display of power.
The peasants are weeping, lost in despair. And the slaves? They just bow their heads in complete submission. This is his kingdom, built on cruelty and broken wills.
But there's one face that's different. Iris. As she watches that girl weaken, something inside her just snaps. She actually takes a step forward, whispering with this desperate fire, and her friend has to physically grab her arm to stop her.
But it's too late. The fear in Ir's eyes has been completely burned away. It's been replaced by pure, cold ice. In her mind, she makes this silent, deadly promise. It's not just a thought, it's a declaration of war. So on one side, you have the destroyer. He's got all the power, all the fear, all the magic. But on the other, you have a quiet promise made in the heart of a terrified crowd. And that promise, it signals the beginning of his end. The stage is set, the lines are drawn, and it leaves us with one last thought. Is a hero forged by the power they possess, or by the resolve they find in its terrifying shadow?